Let's do a table topic on this one. Our trauma shapes who we are. Been thinking about this a good amount over the past few days. I think going through this dating discovery experience has definitely reopened some old trauma that I've been just ruminating over and over again. Trying to get a sense of how I became this way and what the future might look like. What is the growth opportunity? How do I forgive myself and other people? What does that look like in the future? Can I really become securely attached? Is it possible? So my specific pattern from going to therapy is anxious avoidant, which probably is the worst kind of attachment that you can have. I used to think I was anxiously attached, which I obviously am. But then I realized, no, not only am I anxiously attached, I have avoidant side as well. And this manifests itself in new relationships I build, new friends, people that are acquaintances. It's challenging for me to invest and actually build a deeper friendship due to the fear of getting hurt in that relationship. And then once I'm attached, once you're my friend, then I'm anxious. I'm always seeking for your approval. I don't trust my own decisions. I'm always trying to seek for external validation. And I just think about how that came to be. What are the mechanisms in which I'm anxiously avoidant? And I just think about my childhood, Really now living by myself, taking a step back and scrutinizing what the fuck was going on with me in my childhood. And then I'm just like, yeah, of course. All of this makes perfect sense. I grew up in a family with, let's say, high conflict. Okay, maybe that's an understatement. I distinctly remember when I was growing up in China, this was before I even came to Canada. Almost every week, my parents would be fighting with each other, screaming at each other, throwing shit around. Things could get physical even. And I would be the mediator, trying to navigate as like a 5 or 6 year old, maybe in grade 1, maybe grade 2, something like that. Trying to figure out, okay, well, how can I mediate my parents' relationship? How can I make it so that it is a fucking shit show in the house? And of course, there was no way that I could ever do anything. I was a fucking kid. There was nothing I could have done. But they trained me. They really trained me to be hyper vigilant, to really read the micro expression of anger, frustration, whatever, right? Like my parents, both of them are like dysfunctional, okay? My dad is the obvious, grandiose, overt narcissist. And then my mom is the covert, more low-key, but definitely also a narcissist. They both have super high insecurity. And in order to cover that up, it's control, conditional love based off of my achievement, whatever the hell it is, okay? So then that propagated all the way into when I moved to Canada. I mean, it's not like their relationship got any better. They actually got divorced once. They got divorced and then they came back together. That was probably the worst decision my mom made in her life. Like, she was anxiously attached, probably. So anyways, you come here, the same shit happens, and then my sister gets born. She has to deal with this bullshit, but the way that she dealt with it is by being super avoidant. So I'm anxious avoidant, probably more on the anxious side, and she is the most avoidant person I've ever seen in my life. Will just completely ignore people, will not attach, will not talk about herself. Just, I'm not interested in anyone but myself. Okay? It's trauma. Okay, great. So then my dad leaves. They divorce, finally. Thank fucking God. And then I have to step up and get parentified. Okay, so I'm taking care of a lot of random crap because my mom doesn't know English. So then, okay, so I'm taking care of a lot of random crap. My mom guilts me into thinking I'm not doing enough. My sister is avoidant, does absolutely fuck all. And then I'm just feeling like, well, what the fuck am I doing? This is so bad. And then I have a group of friends, which at the time I felt was great because at least I had friends. But it's very obvious that all of us are fucked. We have friends, 4 of them are avoidant, 1 of them is anxious, right? It's like nobody is securely attached. All Asian people are, it almost runs in the genes. I don't know, like their family is not as dysfunctional as my family, but it's pretty bad too. Okay, I could kind of see it. All right. So then, of course, it just gets propagated, and then now this is where I am now, taking a step back, looking into my past, trying to analyze and realize and catch these patterns, and really try to make changes and see how I can improve. And it's been a real struggle, and I feel like doing this dating thing has really resurfaced a lot of these old wounds. I spent like 3 nights ruminating on things that happened to me in the past and just trying to make sense of how this came to be, where the fuck did I go wrong, and how do I fix this? Because I'm anxiously attached, right? I have this fear of becoming a narcissist like my dad. So I'm always trying to come up with reasons why I am the one to blame. So I internalize blame, whereas my parents, both of them, externalize. The world fucked me up. I'm the best. Everyone else is shit. It's all about the world failing me. Whereas I'm like, well, the world is right. I'm always wrong. How the fuck can I prove myself and get validation? It's really sad. It's generational trauma. I'm recognizing the pattern. I'm working through it with my counselor. But I don't really know if it's possible for me to really become a securely attached person. It would require a lot of internal work and a lot of data in real life. And by data, I mean like meeting people, friends, maybe a partner that is securely attached, and I can learn from them and try to build that securely attached pattern. Being able to, I think I did a video about this in the past of what is the difference between a doormat and a narcissist, right? So an anxious person becomes a doormat because they always think they're in the wrong and they're trying to people please. And a narcissist is more on the avoidance side. While everyone else is stupid, I'm obviously correct. And a securely attached person is able to take both the narcissist and the doormat and be somewhere in the middle. Be able to set boundaries, but also be like, I'm not going to be a total asshole to people around me. Whereas right now, my pattern is like, if I set boundary, then all of a sudden, this thought of, okay, I'm becoming like my dad. I'm turning to a narcissist, right? It's like setting boundary. Well, my dad sets boundaries. Therefore, it's just narcissist, right? It's like patterns, trauma. But it's good. I'm starting to set some boundaries. I'm starting to learn how to make choices and then live with the choices I make. It's definitely still a journey. I'm becoming more comfortable talking about these things, making sense of it, finding out the underlying mechanism in which my patterns emerge. What are things that trigger me? Why did I even get triggered? How does this happen? What can I do? And that's basically what I've been working on over the past couple of days. I feel like talking to AI has been helpful, but also a little bit dangerous in the sense that it's easy to talk to the AI, get validation, and then start ruminating, but you're not actually processing and moving on. So that's something to look for sure. Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty tough shit. Reliving through all this shitty memories and really taking a look into my garbage childhood and realizing, okay, I was fucked. I was set up for failure. And it's not really my fault. I don't have to be the emotional baggage for my parents trying to mediate. It's okay. Has been very challenging. But as my friend said, the more that I make choices, either right choices or wrong choices, I mean, who the fuck knows, the more that I will trust my own choices and realize it's okay. I don't need outside validation. I can make choices and live with the choices I make. And that's about it.